Hello again, everyone, and welcome to a new feature, Your Chess Stars, where Coach Mike is going to bring you postmortems in the anatomy of the crown contests. If you've come here for insightful analysis, you've come to the right place. If you come here for the truth, you've come here to the right place. If you've come here to learn how to win the crown contest, dude, lower your expectations. I'm not going to tell you all my secrets, but I'm going to help you out a little bit. It's kind of like online dating, or maybe meeting a woman on Facebook and thinking she's the love of your life. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Not that I would know anything about that. But anyway, what we're covering today, we're going to start with the return of the great former world champion Garry Kasparov. After a 12-year hiatus, he decides to jump into the pool with the best grandmasters in the world. Well, he had kind of mixed results in that. But his first game was against Sergey Karjakin, who had just played Magnus for the World Championship not that long ago in the fish market in New York City. So, Garry, like Coach Mike. Oh, yes, also expect some humor. Yes, if you're coming here and don't want to laugh, this isn't where you want to be. Now, Garry, like Coach Mike, we both feel we have quite knowledge of openings, so I did notice that these great grandmasters playing against Kasparov, we're not just going to let him do what he wanted to do in the opening. So Garry opens with d4. My chess-based arrows don't want to participate, so now I have to use my mouse. There we go. I am a fallible human being, everyone, in case you didn't know. Knight f6, c4. And of course, Karjakin's going to play the King's Indian right now. He goes with the Nimzo Indian. And the idea behind that, of course, is to inhibit white from playing e4. And the choice here now is either Queen c2, the classical or Capablanca variation, or e3, the Rubinstein, which Magnus recently lost the Rubinstein to Wesley So at the Grand Chess Tour Rapid in Leuven, Belgium. So Professor Kasparov goes with Queen c2. Sergey plays d5. Garry takes. a3 is also a main line. And Queen takes. We have a bit of a surprise right off the bat here, although really not much of one. Because guys aren't going to just let Kasparov come back after 12 years and have a lot of fun. Twice as popular is taking with the e-pawn. Am I still recording? I don't know. It seems I am. Well, welcome. Welcome. This is wonderful. All right. Kasparov himself plays e takes d5 instead of queen takes. And the problem is, there's a lot of famous games with that, of Robert Fischer and Magnus Carlsen, and famous game of Bobby and Boris, not game 1 in Reykjavik. I'm talking about game 10 in Sveti-Stefan. And of course, Spassky later lost as black to Kasparov in Linares in 1990. So you can figure Sergey's not going to let that happen. So what he did, I've totally lost control of my arrow keys. And they're coming back though. Here we go. What Sergey did, it's an idea of the creative genius of Lvov Grandmaster Oleg Romanishin, who's played this line 25 times. So it's not a novelty by any stretch of the imagination. And as I recall, my friend Nigel's had some experience with this as well. Knight f3 and Queen f5, and then we have a comment from Posny, who recently played in the U.S. Open. I've never met this guy. I don't know what he's doing in the U.S., but I have noticed that his chess-based analysis is almost always wrong. I love to disagree with him. He has a totally different style than I do. Anyway. Now, the first real surprise, Kasparov playing Queen b3. Oh, rather than trading queens. And in the contest, my buddy Solo, not Napoleon Solo, but Yuri Solodovnichenko. My other buddy, I only have a couple, Matisse Solis, the most famous man in Latvia, and Igor Vaklamov put 100 crowns in Queen B3 and won 511 crowns and took a nice lead in the crown contest. Nice C6. Malcolm Payne mentions the Nigel Short game with C5. That's great, Malcolm. How you doing, Malcolm? Good to see you again. Bishop D2. Castles. H3. Anand. Oh, this is again, I don't know who's talking here. I guess it's Sumets. Anand was the first who employed this move in his match against Kramnik. Since that game, H3 has been considered the most dangerous weapon in the 5 Queen D5 and Queen F5 lines. Black's queen doesn't have many squares available, therefore the idea of G4 is quite annoying from the psychological point of view. This is an unpleasant surprise. Gary's still on top of his theory. So what did Sergey have in mind? Why did he subject himself to this? Well, Sergey plays A5. And Matisse Solis broke the deadlock by putting 25 crowns on A5 and won 64 crowns. So if we look at the leaderboard, Matisse has 665, Solo's got 601, Igor 601, Novak Pazeli 370, and my other buddy, another one, Orkan Abdulov 344. Well, I don't see Coach Mike on the board there. So, yeah, I'm about to creep up though on these guys. It's amazing, actually. G4. Yuri and Novak put 100 crowns in G4. They won 62 crowns. So, Matisse barely clinging to the lead by 2 fingernails ahead of Igor, Novak, and Orkan. And the queen goes to G6. Garry tells the bishop to go away. And rather than giving up the bishop for the knight, Sergey uses a Svishkinsug A4. It's very good there, Sergey. And Novak, Orkan, Aristides. Aristides, is that the Greek god or is that the horse that won the first Kentucky Derby? I don't know who that guy is. Oh, and then also, I intentionally skipped Yuri, who's always in the lead. They put 100 on A4 and 180 crowns. And here's the deal, guys. If you really want to win the crown contest, and girls, because girls have won the crown contest, notably, my last second place finish was when I was overtaken by Alexandra Dmitrievich. How you doing, Lexi? Good to see you. It's kind of rough being in the lead because you don't know what to do. If you should protect your lead or if you keep swinging for the fences with 100 crowns. And Yuri has done quite well lately with the 100 crown thing. That's kind of my prescription. It's easier to be in second because you know when you're in second, you can't go with the lower amounts. You got to try to pass the guy. So actually, it's kind of like drafting in auto racing, where you can, that's like physics and stuff, guys. You can actually pass the guy, even a little bit easier sometimes being second. So, A4, Queen C4, Yuri and, whoa. Yuri and Novak put 100 crowns in Queen C4 and won 40 crowns, so now Yuri's like way in the lead, 908. Matisse Solis still in second with 735. Igor Vaklamov, 687. Novak, 677. And Orkan, 549. And what's going on in the game? It's equal. And that's the beautiful thing about the contest. The game can be as boring as watching grass grow. But it's still, the contest is kind of exciting because these mundane moves, especially in lost positions, I love those, where a game is determined by guys trying to choose between which losing move. Anyway, this B takes C3 led to an advantage for my friend Jan Gustafsson against Dreve. I watched Dreve play in New York in 1986. He isn't missing any meals. Anyway, B takes C3. And then Novak Pazelli and Marian Tudorosh put 100 crowns on knight d5 and won 274 crowns. Well, good for them. That's the other thing about the contest, guys. And ladies. Why do I keep saying guys? I don't know. Depending upon whether or not, if you have like video of a public game and you can like wait till the last second and see what the move's going to be, then you might do well to hesitate. But actually, a lot of these guys, you can win contests by making a quick decision. I noticed that. That's probably one of my weaknesses that I could improve upon is being a little more decisive and getting in the selections faster. And I think that's what Novak and Marian did here. So Novak suddenly is in the lead with 966, passing solo. Matisse third, Igor fourth, and Marian jumps into fifth. And as Sumet says here, the position is very complicated and everything is based on tactical niceties. Black has at least 5 competing options. Well, that's not what Sergey chose. Sergey's got a plan, believe it or not. About to be revealed. More will be revealed. Novak, Yuri, Marian, Orkin put 100 crowns on Bishop D2 and won 32 crowns. Yeah, whoopee. How exciting. Well, things are about to change. Sergey's about to play a novelty. He had a 100-move game with Morozevich in Moscow in 2013, and we're still in book for that game. And, well, Sergey plays f6 here. Now, f6 at first struck me as a very weird move. And I didn't immediately grasp the plan here. No winners in the contest, by the way. Nobody had that. Imagine that. But Sergey's plan didn't take me long to figure it out. Not that I'm a genius. Actually, my experience is through postal chess, where you get long-term plans. That's what comes natural to me, not quick tactics. So I'm always looking for a plan. And Sergey certainly had a plan here. It's to weave his bishop like a sewing machine, like a Singer sewing machine. Bishop d7 to e8 to g6. And actually, I think that's I'm sure, I hope I didn't blast your eardrums out with clearing my throat there. But I like his plan. And maybe he's being too easy on Garry, but he's showing respect for Garry in the first round. And this isn't a plan to gain a giant advantage. It's just a plan to equalize, and it's quite good. Oh, Rick C1. Hey, Michael Hofer had that one. Imagine that. Along with Novak Pazelli, Matisse Solis, Matsi Leon, Dushin, Milojevic, and Rostislav Petkov. Yes, Rosti. 25 crowns on Rick C1. Boy, we had some courage with that, didn't we? Should have been 100. But we got 194 out of it, and that's a nice return for 6 guys to get on one move. Rather good. So Novak is in the lead with 1182, Matisse 1011, Yuri 870, and Igor 687, and Marian Tudorosh 612. The evil Yuri Solodovnichenko was the only one to put 100 crowns on Bishop d7. A rather simple move. The rest of us put 25 crowns on it. So we got 17, while Yuri got 69. Still not enough for Yuri to even come close to regaining the lead, but typical Yuri, just chipping away with that 100 crowns. You know, the guy, he relentlessly does make a selection, it seems, and that seems to serve him well. Rather than, by the way, in case you didn't know, if you do not make a selection, and it's during the contest, you automatically get 5 crowns. So it's actually sometimes a benefit to not make any choice, rather than to make a choice and be wrong. Oh, Queen C2. You have to choose quickly on exchanges. I already pointed that out, but I can't tell you how many times I've gotten a heck of a lot of crowns on obvious exchanges where people were just too lazy to put it in. And of course, the exchanges happen rather quickly when it's what the GMs want to do. So bam, Queen takes. Matsi, Marian, Eric Penton, Ishmael Vidal. I wonder if he's related to Gore Vidal. And me. I did that too. Wow. I put 100 crowns in that, and we won a whole 25 crowns. Well, it's better than nothing. Actually, it's quite obvious. So it's free 25 crowns. I don't think anybody got in on Rook C2 because it was so fast. And now Sergey's plan, when he played f6, bishop e8, and the leaderboard's about to change. Novak, 1205. Matisse, 1059. Yuri, 864. Marian, 778. Igor, 693. And no coach Mike. Well, boom. E3. A very typical move in Nimzo Indian that, comes as early as move 4. I probably put it in like 14 times and I finally was right. Yeah. E3. I was really happy with this one because, except for the fact that Solo was also in on this, but Solo and I were the only ones. I put 100 crowns on E3. We won 908 crowns and catapulted up the leaderboard. Yuri Solo Dovnichenko, 1777 crowns. Year after U.S. signed the Declaration of Independence. Yes. Novak Pizzelli, 1185. And look, in third place, Michael Hofer, 1075. Just ahead of his buddy, the most famous man in Latvia, Matisse Solis, and Igor Vaklamov, lagging far behind with 693. That won't last for long, though. Igor's a pretty smart guy. Bishop g6. Oh, what else? Of course, that's the entire plan that Sergey had. He saw this in advance, and look how that bishop got from c8 to d7 to e8 to g6, and it's going to be on e4 in a minute. Kasparov plays rook c5. I guess that's a nice move. And now Sergey's plan is giving him equality, and while this is all boring kind of from here on out, the contest rides on every nuance of what these guys choose to do. And it's Yuri's in first, I'm in third, and I don't care about anybody else here. And that's a joke. I do. I like all you guys. And it's, it's an honor to compete with the best in the world every week at chessstars.com. It's free. 3 o'clock, Saturdays and Sundays, until Sasha listens to me and decides not to go up against the NFL. That's going to be brutal. But it is. Because you have the commentators, such as me, recommending moves. You got Stockfish right on the screen. And it's not choose the best move and win. It's to choose the human move. So the contest makes it fairly interesting, where very frequently you'll see kids even beating titled players like Yuri and the great Gadir Husainov, who isn't on the leaderboard here in this contest. I don't know what happened to Gadir. He's watching Game of Thrones, I guess. Bishop e2. Yuri, Matisse, Marian. They put 100 crowns on that. Yuri's got a pretty nice lead now, 1858. Novak, 1249. Matisse, 11. Matisse passed me. Oh, jeez. 1131. And I got 1095, and now Marian Tudorash is trying to come from behind on me. Dude, I'm not like that. Anyway, e5. Castles. E takes d4. Knight takes. Pawn takes. c6. And Romanian Marian Tudorash and Czech Filip Simunik put 100 crowns on rook e1. And, rooks belong on open files. So that was quite a genius idea by them. They got 378 crowns. Good job, guys. Yuri's still in the lead, though. You guys just took me off the leaderboard. Thank you very much. Yikes. Yuri, 2077. Novak, 1513. Matisse, 1230. Marianne, 1226. And Igor still hanging in there with 991. Bishop g6 again. Only FIDE master Igor Vaklamov, international master Orkan Abdulov, and correspondence master Michael Hofer put 100 crowns on Bishop g6, and all three of them. Quite genius guys there. Won 189 crowns. But still, even more of a genius, Yuri Solodovnichenko, 2082. Still in the lead. And I'm still not on the leaderboard, so whatever. Yeah, so Bishop f1. I thought Bishop f1 was kind of a weird move. But Venezuela's mi amigo, Victor Mago, put 25 crowns on Bishop d1. He got a nice return for his 25 crowns. 580 crowns. So now, whoops. So now Yuri's still in the lead, and nothing much else has changed. A whole bunch of guys put 100 crowns on Bishop f7, including Yuri. They got 213 crowns. I'm tired of saying Yuri. Yuri's been really good lately. I like Yuri, and he's a good guy. F4, only Rostislav Petkov of Bulgaria puts 100 crowns on F4 and won 283 crowns. Yet no one's going to catch Yuri, man. Only Solo and Roasty put 100 crowns on Rook FD8. So, Solo's still throwing those hundreds out there like they're water. And he increased his lead, I guess. Yes, he did. F5. Only Novak Pizzelli put 100 crowns on F5. He got 235 crowns. Too little, too late today. But good game by Kasparov, who held his own against the guy who just played in the World Championship. Rook D7. Rook A5. Takes. G6. Boom, it's over. Yuri is flying solo. Yep, Yuri and Philippe Simunik put 100 crowns on G6 and won 485 crowns. So now Yuri is almost 1,000 crowns ahead. Takes. Bishop D2. Only Victor Mago again. Victor did this a couple of times with his 25 crown wagers. Got 600 crowns. Mad props, Victor. Yeah, you'll be in the hunt for another day. So Yuri's got 3,107, leaving everybody else in the dust. G5. Bishop D3. Only Roasty put 100 crowns on Bishop D3. He got 267 crowns, but Yuri's still coasting home. And only Yuri and German GM Anatoly Donchenko. Yeah, there's a German name for you. Anatoly's originally from Russia, but his family moved to Germany at a very young age. And he's been a regular participant in the contests. A fine young man. Him and Yuri put 100 on King G7, won 241 crowns. And, that's a cool thing about joining these contests. You actually get to interact and kind of talk with these guys and feel like they actually are part of your life. Bishop C2. Only Yuri and Marian Tudorash are still swinging for the fences, putting 100 crowns on Bishop C2, which got them 247. So now Yuri's almost doubled up the field. He's got go back here. He's got 36-15, Novak 22-21. B5. I don't know why I didn't give up. I do know why. A couple of times I almost gave up in the contest, and then suddenly I ended up finishing first or second. And that actually happened to Gadir Husseinov the other day. Gadir said he was going to go to bed after the next move, and he got that one right and ended up just crushing everybody. So Rook D8. Only a brilliant mind would put 100 crowns on King F2. I mean, who could imagine putting a king towards the center in an endgame? Well, I had done it like a bunch of times. And here, so did Philippe Simunik and the great Anatoly Donchenko. So Philippe, Anatoly, and I put 100 crowns on King F2. We got 400 crowns. I don't know why it says my name twice there. I forgot to delete it. Well, I guess twice is nice. Well, Yuri's got 36-35, and the party's almost over. Turn out the lights. The party's over. They say that all good things must end. Bishop E6 and Knight F4. Only Roasty put 100 crowns on Knight F4. He got 993 crowns. But is Yuri worried? No. Yuri's got 36-60. Novak 23-53, and Roasty's only got 1989. Even when he got 900 crowns on one move. And it's a pathetic trying to catch Yuri at this point. Takes. Rook D1. Rooks belong behind passed pawns. That's not a passed pawn, though. Hate to be the one to tell you that. Here we go. Bishop E7, H4, King G6. It would be really hard to screw this up if you were at the level of strength that Garry and Sergey are. And actually, Yuri Solodovnichenko, too. He's got a lock on this contest, man. But Bishop C2, only Matsi Leon, Dusan Milievich, and Michael Hofer again put 100 crowns on bishop c2 and won 345 crowns. However, you don't see me on the leaderboard. I finished ninth. The game was a draw. Yeah, kind of an interesting game. Avoided a lot of theory. Sergey. Yuri Solodovnichenko. Sorry, Yuri. Yuri Solodovnichenko did very well. 3,800. That's ridiculously amazing. Novak finished second. Marion third. Rostislav Petkov fourth. Matsi Leon fifth. Philippe Simunik sixth. My friend Matisse Solis, who we used to battle every week. It would just be Matisse and me. We were the only guys who were really competitive in the contest before Gadir Husseinov came along and taught us all how to be extraordinarily devious on the overlays. And now everybody's good at the contest. So I'm not going to give you all my secrets. But Igor finished 8th. I was 9th. And Dushan Milojevic 10th. I highly recommend, guys and girls, tune in Saturday, 3 p.m., chessstars.com. And thank you for watching this extraordinary video. And have a good night. Bye-bye.